How would you feel if you make an error and it turns out to be a great invention? Well, there are some accidental inventions which not intended by the creator, yet prove to be an evolutionary. Let's have a look at top 10 of such inventions. Brandy. In the 16th century, a Dutch shipmaster was trying to make a wine easier to transport, and so he decided to use heat to concentrate the alcohol, with a plan to add water to it once he arrived at his destination. However, what he discovered was that the taste of concentrated wine is much better than that of watered down wine. So he forewent the water part of his plan and called his new alcohol brandewijn, meaning burnt wine in Dutch. Matchstick. In 1826, chemist John Walker discovered what are now matchsticks when he accidentally scraped a stick coated in chemicals across his hearth and found that it caught fire. Walker's friction lights, as he called them, were originally made out of cardboard, but eventually he switched over to using wooden springs and sandpaper. Chewing gum. Though variations of chewing gum have been around since ancient Greece, the gum that we know today wasn't invented until late 1848. It was then that an American inventor named Thomas Adams Sr. stumbled upon the chewy treat, but only after first trying and failing to turn chicle into rubber. Cornflakes. In 1894, Will and John Kellogg, Seventh-day Adventists, experimented with producing vegetarian food. Having allowed some wheat to go stale, they tried rolling it flat and baking it. It was popular, and they tried it with maize, which was even better. Cellophane. In 1908, a Swiss gentleman under the name of Jacques E. Brandenburger noticed a customer spilt wine onto the tablecloth. As the waiter replaced the cloth, Brandenburger got the idea to develop a material that would repel liquid instead of absorbing it. His first step was to spray a waterproof coating onto fabric, and he opted for viscose. The resulting coated fabric was far too stiff, and the clear film easily separated from the backing cloth. He abandoned his original idea as the possibilities of the new material became apparent. X-rays. On November 8, 1895, physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen was in his laboratory in Würzburg, Germany, experimenting on a vacuum tube covered in cardboard, when he noticed a mysterious glow emanating from a chemically coated screen nearby. Confused and intrigued, he named the new rays causing this glow X-rays due to their unknown origin. And after playing around some more with the new rays, he discovered that putting his hand in front of the glow allowed him to see past his skin to his bones, thus leading to the world's first X-ray. Penicillin. Discovered in 1928, penicillin was one of the world's first antibiotics, but the man who discovered it, Dr. Alexander Fleming, never actually meant to revolutionize all medicine, as he later described it. Rather, Fleming came across the antibiotic entirely by chance when he left out cultures of Staphylococcus aureus in his lab for 2 weeks, and he returned to find out that their growth had been prevented by a mold called Penicillium notatum. Teflon is a synthetic polymer used to make everything from non-stick cooking pans to nail polish. The man who discovered the product, Roy J. Plunkett, did so completely by accident. The scientist was working at the DuPont Company's Jackson laboratory in 1938 researching refrigerants when he noticed that some of his gas had turned into a white powder. After some testing, Plunkett concluded that the substance was heat resistant with low surface friction, giving it the perfect properties for its many uses we see today. Microwave oven. The heating effect of a high-power microwave beam was discovered by Percy Spencer in 1945, an American self-taught engineer employed by Raytheon. At the time, he noticed that microwaves from an active radar set he was working on started to melt a chocolate bar in his pocket. Jacuzzi. Candido Enzi Jacuzzi was an Italian immigrant to the United States of America. Candido Jacuzzi invented the jacuzzi whirlpool bath in 1963 for his 15-month-old son, Kenny Jacuzzi, who was born with rheumatoid arthritis.